Welcome to enNovo Radio, your place to gather insight and wisdom for creating healthy organizations. Discover how to uncover defects in your organization and find ways to be a powerful force of change for your organization. Here's your host, David Phillips.
Hey, welcome to the February 8th edition of enNovo Radio, coming to you from Metro ATL. Hope you're doing well. For those of you who are watching by video, good to see you. Hope you're doing well too. Hey, just wanted to remind you about the giveaway. A copy of James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, will be given away next Saturday, the 16th, around noon. You have until 11:45 Eastern Time Friday night to register, to win. To do that, go to wdavidphillips.com/giveaway, and you can make that happen. So today, hope you're doing well. Like I said, today I want to talk a little bit about motivation, because we all have those times, right? We all have those times when we just don't want to get up and do anything, when we don't want to fight through the difficult times, we don't want to struggle with the difficult times. We just want to lay around and binge watch on Netflix and eat chocolate ice cream. So how do we keep working when we're just not feeling it? How do we keep going when we're just not feeling it? Now I want to talk a little bit about that today. How to help motivate yourself. And something that we all need to realize is motivation is indeed personal, right? What motivates you is going to be different than what motivates me, and we can work with that, but we got to find out what it is. We almost have to hack ourselves, do some kind of Tim Ferriss hack to try different things to see what's going to motivate us. But here are some things, some principles, some things that hopefully you can begin to implement in your life to help you when you got to do stuff and you're just not feeling it, right? So let me give you 3 or 4 tactics here. The first is to choose goals, not chores. You know, we all put a lot of stuff on our to-do list that we don't, that has to get done. And a lot of times they're chores. But we all have things that we want to do, right? We want to get done in our life. We want to make things happen in our lives. We want to lose weight. We want to build a shed. We want to get the garden looking well, those kinds of things. And so what do we need to do? Well, one of the things that you can do is to choose goals, not chores, to set goals. Now, there's all kinds of research that talks about the good stuff of setting goals. Goals are important, and we ought to have them. We ought to have them in the context of systems and processes that help us reach those goals, but goals are indeed great. The problem is we set very non-specific goals sometimes. So I want to lose weight. That's a very non-specific goal. So we need one of the things we need to do is we need to make sure that any goal we set is a specific goal. I want to lose 2 pounds per week. I want to lose 10 pounds in the month of January. I want to lose 50 pounds over the months of February to December. Make it specific. And work on intrinsic goals, not extrinsic goals. Now, let me let me share a little bit about that. An activity is intrinsically motivated when it's seen as its own end. It's extrinsically motivated when it's seen as serving a separate ulterior purpose, for instance, earning a reward or allowing you to avoid punishment. So an extrinsic goal is externally motivated. Somebody's going to pay you to do this. You'll get to go on a trip if you do this. You'll get a bonus if you do this. You won't get fired if you do this. Those are, your wife won't yell at you if you do this. So those are extrinsically motivated goals. But there are intrinsically motivated goals as well. And so I want to research this topic because I want to learn. And I want to know how to do this better. That's an intrinsically motivated goal. So make the goal specific and make the goals intrinsically oriented as much as possible. Now, sometimes you're not going to be able to do that. Sometimes you get in a situation where there's got to be an extrinsic goal. When you do that, think about how accomplishing this task could be satisfying to you. Like giving you a chance to showcase your skills in front of your boss, to build relationships, to create value for your customers, all kinds of things like that. Another way that you can think about that is to be able to listen to music while you're dumping that inbox. We all hate the inbox, but it is necessary. And so listen to music while you're trying to do it. When I was a developer, one of the things that I did is I put a couple of songs on. Actually, I built a playlist, and so even though I was a good programmer, but wasn't on my top 10 things to do in the world. I'd sit and listen to that playlist over and over and over while I was working. I had headphones in. People would come in and they would talk around me. I'm trying to work. I had to have those things in. So, it is what it is. And but just listening to and so I got to hear the intricacies of the songs. And they just kind of ran in the back it's like a playlist in the back of your head, and I never really knew it, but everything stuck. And so, that's something that you can do, while doing your email or doing chores or something like that. The second thing you can do is to find effective rewards. Sometimes you have to go after that intrinsic motivation. Sometimes you have to do that over the short or the long term or the medium term. Hopefully you're not having to do it over the long term, but the short term. And something that you can do there is to give yourself a reward. If I accomplish this, I'm going to take a trip. If I accomplish this, I get to buy this gift. If I accomplish this, I get to go out for a nice dinner. Just don't combine losing weight and going out for pizza and beer. I'm going to lose 20 pounds and then I'm going to go out. My reward for losing 20 pounds is to go out and eat a bunch of pizza and drink a bunch of beer. Would not suggest doing that. That just kind of blows the whole thing out of the water. The third tactic, and this is really the one for me. The third tactic is we got to figure out how to stay on track, right? That's the hard one for me. I can get started with a bunch of stuff, but executing and moving through becomes difficult for me over the long term. And so one of the things that we can do is to figure out how to sustain success. And to do that, try to break your goals up into small goals so that you don't have very long middles, you have short middles. And so if your goal is to lose 50 pounds in a year, that means you lose 26 pounds or 25 pounds in 6 months. And that means that you lose, how many pounds is that a week? Roughly 4 pounds a month, 4.25 pounds a month, which is 1.6 pounds. No, 1 pound a week. So you break it up. My goal is 1 pound a week. And when I have 1 pound a week, then I have 52 pounds in a year. So break up your middle. Focus on the short term. Consistently focus on the short term and the processes that you are able to do to achieve that short term. And if you keep those processes up in the short term, then you will have long-term success. And you will be able to sustain the process. And that's not easy, but there's something you can do. And then the fourth thing is to harness the influence of others. We are social beings. We are people who like to be around other people, even if it's for a day or an hour. I know there are some extreme introverts, but for the most part, we like to be around people. So you harness that. If you like to be around people, tell people. Let other people know, hey, I am trying to do X, Y, and Z, and here is my goal for the first month, and here's my goal for the first week. Here's my goal for the first 6 weeks, first 6 months. Here's my year goal, whatever it might be, and harness that. Harness the power of accountability. And then the second thing, and some research is started to show this, and it's actually quite interesting. Start giving advice. Find someone with whom you can give advice to, and what that does actually is it builds confidence. And when it builds confidence for you, you feel better about yourself. There's more pep in your step. You get up, you get going, you get moving. You feel like you matter. Find ways to work on your confidence. Find that. So those are 4 things you can do, 4 tactics, 4 strategies for staying motivated when you just don't feel like it. Harness the power of others. Figure out a way to break down that goal into short wins. It's sustaining progress, but it's really short wins. If you need to, find a way to reward yourself. And then don't just put a bunch of stuff on your to-do list. Break it down. Set some goals. I want to have the house ready for summer by, and this is what it's going to take to make that happen. Some suggestions. I hope you have a great week. Don't forget to hit that giveaway. James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. To find that, wdavidphillips.com/giveaway. Hope you have a great week. Look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Talk to you later. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of enNovo Radio. I really do appreciate it. If you want to take some time, I'd really appreciate it if you could go over to iTunes and maybe give a review. If you like it, if you don't do that. Also, you can sign up for our newsletter at wdavidphillips.com, and you can find me on Facebook as well. Look forward to interacting with you. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening in today, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode of Powerful Insight. For more up-to-date information and tips to help you on your quest for change, head over to the website at www.wdavidphillips.com and sign up for our newsletter.